One of the most significant signings in American sports history has just happened. Lionel Messi is coming to the States to play for Inter Miami. This could genuinely change not only the landscape of American soccer, but also American sports as a whole. We'll talk about that, the specifics of the deal, and what's to come next as well. Let me know your initial reaction to Messi's move in the comments. I know I was absolutely shocked, but let's get into it. If you're watching this video or my channel, it's likely you know who this man is. The 7-time Ballon d'Or winner and now World Cup champion is widely regarded as the greatest to ever play the game. But how'd that start? Well, on June 24th, 1987, Luis Lionel Andres Messi was born in Rosario, Argentina. And because he was born into a football-loving family, he latched onto the sport immediately. However, like today, he was recognizably smaller than the other kids in his age group, so they went to the doctor to find out what was up. And at an early age, he was diagnosed with a growth hormone deficiency. As everyone knows, medical bills are extremely expensive. It was incredibly difficult for his family to keep up with it. But at age 13, because Messi was so good, he was offered the chance to train at FC Barcelona's youth academy, La Masia. And the best part, his medical bills would be covered by the team. So his entire family packed up their bags and moved to Spain with him. And it proved to be the right move as Messi signed with Barca later that year. And fast forward just 3 years later, and he made his debut at just 16 years old. He went on to play 17 seasons for the club, capturing a club record 34 trophies in the process, and he was also awarded the FIFA World Player of the Year honors 3 times, earned 6 Ballon d'Ors, and broke a ton of franchise and global records. In his time there, he scored a mind-boggling 672 goals in 778 appearances, and became their all-time greatest. But due to financial constraints, he became a free agent in 2021 and decided to sign with Paris Saint-Germain later that August. He spent the last 2 seasons there, scoring 32 goals and dishing 34 assists in 72 games. In those 2 seasons, he captured his 7th Ballon d'Or and 2 League One titles. But his greatest accomplishment in that span? This past year, Messi led his home country Argentina to the long-awaited FIFA World Cup championship. His win was the final checkmark to cement him as the greatest player to ever do it. So what more could he possibly want out of his career at this point? Why not retire? You're a billionaire. I mean, go into the sunset. Well, he became a free agent as soon as June 3rd, and the GOAT had his plan already made. Come to the MLS. But why? And why not follow Ronaldo to the Saudi Pro League? I mean, you have business ties there, and apparently they even offered him a 3-year, $1.6 billion, yes, $billion contract from Saudi's Al Hilal. But he turned it down to come to the MLS. Again, why? Why would you come to this league? Well, his initial desire was to go to his beloved club in Barcelona and finish his career there, but because of the same economic constraints that made him leave in the first place, they couldn't come to a real deal. So, Inter Miami stepped in and presented a very attractive opportunity for him. On a personal level, he owns a home there. Messi said himself that he wants a much calmer and quieter life for himself and his family, and coming to the MLS allows him to do that. He can keep that same dominance that he's had for his entire 20-plus year career, but not have to put in the dedication and time for the MLS. I mean, his skill level is so far beyond what's ever been seen in the league, so he can probably maintain that level of dominance and still spend a lot more time with his family. And on a financial level, I mean, Messi has earned over $1 billion when it comes to his contracts, his endorsements, his real estate, so you know that the contract and deal had to be absolutely massive and attractive to get him here. And this one's for the true athlete entrepreneurs. With Messi's illustrious career and immense global popularity, his arrival here in the United States is set to revolutionize the sport, so he's worth a ton. And in my opinion, more than any athlete that has ever come over to a US Pro League. And yep, his contract is insanely large, very creative, and kind of fun. The Miami Herald reported that it would be between 125 and 150 million, and the length would be only 2.5 years with an option for 2026. This includes a base salary of $53 million, millions in bonuses, along with some equity in Inter Miami. Something that helped attract the LA Galaxy and really launch the MLS in the early 2000s was the deal that they made with David Beckham. Beckham's contract in 2007 made sure to give him a cut of all the revenue that the LA Galaxy was generating. So at the time, Beckham made $252 million over 5 years. And today it's led him to be part owner of Inter Miami, which is no coincidence because he knows what it'll take to get those elite players from Europe to come over here. But what makes Messi's contract interesting? Listen to this. He's set to earn shares of the revenue that Apple, the broadcast partner for the MLS, generates off of the MLS season pass. And on top of that, in a deal separate to the MLS, Messi is also set to get a share of the revenue that Adidas generates off of his move to Miami. So while it's reported to be around 125 to 150 million, it's way more likely that his return will be multi-hundreds at the end of the 2 to 3 years. And with the North American 3-country 2026 World Cup coming up, it's perfect timing for him to finish his career with his home nation, Argentina, and it's really good for North America to get some eyes on the spot leading up to the World Cup. However, it won't take him more than a day to make a huge impact on the MLS in the country. Miami is already adding nearly 3,000 seats to their DRV-PNK Stadium, increasing capacity to about 22,000. They gained nearly 5 million Instagram followers in just 24 hours, and that's without Messi even making the announcement yet. And when it comes to their tickets, they're all sold out across the entire league. Any team that's going to be playing Miami, that match is sold out, whether it's an away or home game from Miami, gone. And tickets that were reselling originally for like 25 to 30 bucks are selling now anywhere from 500 to 3,500. It's disgusting. Charlotte FC and Atlanta United are even opening up more levels of their stadium to accommodate for the amount of people that are going to be at those games. Those stadiums are going to hold over 30,000 people, which is still nothing compared to what Messi is used to in the other countries. And this is all happening at lightning speed, literally overnight. Like, these financial implications are enormous. And when you add up jersey sales, other merch sales, TV rights, sponsorships, everything that comes along with Messi coming over here, it's a multi-billion-dollar deal for the MLS that's already succeeding. This is unprecedented for the MLS. And on top of that, they're hoping that his presence here will draw more global attention, respect, and maybe bring over some other elite talent like Messi. Similar to the transformative effect that David Beckham had when he came over to the US in 2007, Messi's arrival, well, that's monumental. And honestly, I really do believe that it could spark something in other American sports as well. When you have players like Messi, LeBron James, Patrick Mahomes, even Ohtani generating billions upon billions for your team, you can't afford to actually pay them what they're worth a lot of times. Can't afford to pay them 500-600 million or even $1 billion. These creative contracts become much more plausible as we keep going. And I'm interested to see, because as contracts continue to increase, it'll be interesting to see like if YouTube will give Patrick Mahomes a little percentage of the Sunday ticket in his next contract, or LeBron will get a piece of the Lakers in his next contract, or Ohtani will get some Apple TV shares in the revenue that they generate on their baseball contract. I mean, the opportunities are endless and things are evolving in front of our eyes. Athletes are becoming increasingly entrepreneurial and are increasing their wealth exponentially. I mean, 4 active athletes are billionaires, and that just happened in the last few years. And I really do think that that's going to become a lot more normal in the next 10, 20 years. I really do believe that Messi coming here is just another huge step in that growth process. In so many ways, Lionel Messi's decision to join Inter Miami and the MLS marks a defining moment in not just American soccer, but American sports as a whole. As arguably the greatest to ever play the game, he brings his extraordinary skill and global mass appeal to a country that needs a kick in the ass when it comes to soccer/football. I really do think the sport here is set to undergo an incredible transformation, and it's going to start at a youth level. With all this increased interest, the commercial and content opportunities, and the World Cup coming here in 2026, honestly, this is one of the most, if not the most exciting moves that I can remember in my young life. And I'm not even a huge soccer fan. For them, for you, honestly everyone, we're all eagerly awaiting his debut and the limitless possibilities and guaranteed excitement that his existence in the US holds. Expect sold out crowds, Messi jerseys everywhere you go, and absolute spam on your timelines for the next 2 to 3 years. What a move. Let me know what you think of the move in the comments down below. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Did you hate how I said soccer? Because I know a lot of people do. Yell at me in the comments down below. But leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, make sure you hit the notification bell to be notified every time I post. Links in the descriptions to all the resources that I used to create this video, as well as my socials. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.